Problem number 9 asks us to graph this equation, and notice it's in just the right form here, standard form, where the variables are on the left side and the constants on the right side, and these coefficients, 3 and 4, both divide evenly into 12. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Hope it doesn't get too fuzzy. We'll see. So now, when x is 0, put that 0 back in here for x. Do you see what's going to happen? 3 times 0 is 0, and then you're left with this. I'm going to write it this time. You're left with this. 4y equals negative 12, and divide by 4, y is negative 3. So that gives us this point here, 0 and negative 3. Then here, when y is 0, put 0 in here. 4 times 0 is 0. That's gone, and we're left with 3x equals 12. I'll write it here. 3x equals, well, negative 12. Divide by 3, we'll get x equals negative 4. So I'll put that negative 4 right here. And now let's plot these points. So 0, negative 3, right down here, right? 0, no horizontal, but 3 down on the vertical. So 0, negative 3. And then over here, negative 4, 0. That's 4 to the left and no up or down. So 4 to the left right here. And we'll see if we can draw a line through those points. There we go. We've got the graph of that equation. Number 10, we're going to graph this equation by just selecting these x values. So let's start. So if we put 0 in for x, you can see what's going to happen. Now, right? 0 in for x, you can just see it. That whole term goes out. So you get y equals negative 3. So we'll get negative 3 here. Now, put in 2 for x. So I'll write that down here. So if I put in the 2 for x, I'll get y equals negative 1/2 times 2 minus 3. Now, 2 will go into 2 once. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So now we get y equals negative 1 minus 3. So y is negative 4. So I'll put that negative 4 back here. And now one other point. Let's try another point here. Let's use 6 for x. So if I use 6 for x, put that 6 in there, it's going to look like this. Y equals 1/2 of 6 minus 3. Y equals, now, I can do it this way. A couple ways I can do it. What's half of 6? It's 3. Or 2 into 6 is 3. 3 times 1, no matter how I do it, I'm going to get 3 minus 3, so y is 0. So we'll put that 0 here. And now let's plot these 3 points. So the first point here is this 0, negative 3. So 0, negative 3, that's going to be right there. The second point, 2, negative 4. So this is to the right 2, down 4. To the right 2, down 4. A little tight there. To the right 2, down 4. And then this one here is 6, 0. To the right 6, and then right on the x-axis there. So to the right 6, and y is 0. Oh, you know, I hesitated because look at this. I got 6, 0. See where that is? That's up here. That does not even look like a line. Alert, something's wrong. Let me go back and check here. So what did I do here? Let's go back and check this one. Oh, I see what I did. You see that 1/2? It's supposed to be negative 1/2. Let's try this again. So let's go with this. Y equals negative 1/2 times 6 minus 3. So y is equal to now, 2 into 6 is 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So we'll get negative 3 minus 3. So now y is equal to negative 6. So instead of a 0 here, we're going to have a negative 6. So what we should do now is go to the right 6, down 6. How does that look? If I go to the right 6 and down 6, yeah, that looks like it's going to work on a straight line there. So over 6, down 6, you know, I think it's right there. And those points look like they're on a straight line. So best I can, pass a straight line through those 3 points, and I've got the graph of that equation.